It says YHWH, the Tetragrammaton, the four consonants standing for the ancient Hebrew name of God. YHWH was considered too sacred to pronounce, so Adonai, or my Lord, was substituted in reading.
Alright, now read this side.
That side says, the Paleo-Hebrew, which this is the Lord's name, is Yah, which means he, and Hawa, which means to be or exist.
Now this right here, when you see YHWH, that's called the Tetragrammaton. Alright, it means four consonants, four letters. So when you look into the Hebrew, the Paleo-Hebrew, it says Yah, which is Y, Ha, which is H, Y, which is W, and Ha, which is H. So they translated it to YHWH. Alright, so that's what the Tetragrammaton is. Okay? So now we're going to go into this dictionary and read about the Tetragrammaton. It says YHWH, a transliteration of the Tetragrammaton. Okay? See that? YHWH.
It says YHWH, alright, right there, a transliteration of the Tetragrammaton. Okay?
Alright, so that's that. Now we're gonna go to this concordance, okay? Alright, this is the Strong's Exhaustive Concordance of the Bible. Alright? This book right here. Alright? We're going to go to page, we're going to break it down again. We said Hawa means to exist, right? So we're going to prove it. Alright, so this is page 1506. Right here under H. Under right there, H3068. Hey, read that out. It says Yahweh. Go ahead. YHWH,
which is the Tetragrammaton. Go ahead.
From H1933.
Well, cross that out. It's from H1933. That's a mistake they made. Go ahead.
Say the self-existent or external. Right here it says Jehovah, Jewish national name of God. Jehovah, the Lord, compare to H3050 and H3069.
Right, if it's YHWH, it can't be Jehovah, but read that again. The self-existent.
It says self-existent or eternal.
Right, meaning it means to be, he exists. That's what they're saying it means. Now, let's go to, this is page 1489, okay? Concordance number 1933, H1933. See if I can get on camera. Alright, read that where the square is out. The yellow
it
square.
says Hawa, a primitive root compared to H183 or H1961, supposed to mean properly the breath, to be in the sense of existence.
Right, so Hawa means to exist. So when you got Yah, Hawa, Yah is he, and Hawa means to exist. So his name means he exists. That's his name. Okay? So from there, we're gonna go to the Ben Yehudis on page 53. Alright? Just breaking down what his name means, what Yahweh means. Alright? We got one more. Alright, this is the Ben Yehudi's English to Hebrew, Hebrew to English dictionary. Okay? You can get these books on Amazon. This is page 53. Right here, it says try to, right there, it says ha, or hawa, to be, to exist. So Yah means he, and hawa means to be or to exist. Okay? Just showing you that. You got it? Okay? Yah means he, and ha means to exist. Okay? So Yahweh means he exists, or he is to be. He exists. That's the Most High's name. Alright, so now we're going to go to this website. Go ahead.
Hebrew, an ancient forgotten language with no written vowels. I'm going to drop down. So here it says, nobody today knows for sure how the original Hebrew was pronounced, regardless of the tales commonly propagated about the Jewish rabbis carrying on an accurate oral tradition for thousands of years.
Click the page out so to take that blue off so they can read it.
Okay, say our knowledge of the evolution of languages would most certainly deny the likely possibility of such. If old King Solomon were to walk through Jerusalem today and hear the Hebrew spoken there now, he would probably stop in astonishment, listen in amazement, shake his head in bewilderment, and finally conclude that he must be in a foreign country.
Alright, yeah, read that one more time.
Okay, it says, nobody today knows for sure how the original Hebrew was pronounced.
Right, so these scholars, they say they know the name of the Most High, but they don't know how the original Hebrew was pronounced. So they can't tell you of a surety that his name is Yahweh or Jehovah, because they don't know. Nobody knows the correct way to pronounce it but the prophets. And we're going to break it down how we know what his name is. But as for the moment, the scholars don't know what his correct name is because, as the site said, nobody knows the correct way to pronounce the original Hebrew. Yeah. So go ahead.
It says, nobody today knows for sure how the original Hebrew was pronounced, regardless of the tales commonly propagated about the Jewish rabbis carrying on an accurate oral tradition for thousands of years. It says, our knowledge of the evolution of languages would most certainly deny the likely possibility of such. If old King Solomon were to walk through Jerusalem today and hear the Hebrew spoken there now, he would probably stop in astonishment, listen in amazement, shake his head in bewilderment, and finally conclude that he must be in a foreign country.
Why? Because, why does it say that? If King Solomon walked through Jerusalem today, he would shake, and heard what they were speaking over there, he would shake his head in bewilderment, because that's not Hebrew. That's Yiddish.
King Solomon spoke the ancient Hebrew.
And King Solomon spoke ancient Hebrew. So the Hebrew that they call Hebrew today is not Hebrew, and King Solomon would have thought he was in a foreign land. Alright, now I want to read this definition real quick, then we're going to move on. Let's get the definition of Yiddish, because that's what the so-called Jews speak today. Alright, just bear with me for a second.
Yeah, exactly. And Yiddish is a blend of Aramaic and German. Okay? So if you look up the word Yiddish, it'll tell you that. What you're going to do right now. If you look online and look up the word Yiddish, it'll tell you that it's a blend of languages. So how can it be an ancient Hebrew? Okay?
This is Random House Webster's College Dictionary. You got to get up on page 1546. It says Yiddish. 1. A language of Central East European Jews and their descendants elsewhere, based on the Rhenish dialects of the Middle High German, with an admixture of vocabulary from Hebrew and Aramaic, the Slavic languages and other sources, and written in the Hebrew alphabet. So they use the Hebrew alphabet, but they made up their own ways to pronounce it. Okay, that's why that thing said that nobody knows the true correct way to pronounce the Hebrew. But we prophets do. So go to the next